I just got a big Usborne book box in the mail the other day because my school participated in the pledge program that Usborne offers, getting lots of free books into the hands of kids in schools. So as I was unpacking the box, I came across this one that a teacher had ordered, a teacher that I work with, and I've seen it in the catalog before, and I had never really stopped to take a look at it, though. I'd never watched a video about it. I had never really heard much about it, and I thought, oh, I'll just flip through and read it. And I don't know how I missed this one. I honestly think this is my all-time favorite Usborne and Kane Miller book after having read it. So I just had to make this video to share it with you. The book is, as you can see, is called Jessica's Box, and it has such an awesome message for kids, in addition to having adorable pictures and just a really cute little story. So I just want to read a little bit of it to you and tell you about it. And I'm going to say spoiler alert here because I am going to show you the end because it's just the absolute best part. And that's what sold me on it. So it's the story about this little girl named Jessica, and she's nervous the night before her first day of school. And it starts with her talking to her family members about school the next day. And it says, Jessica's mind was too busy for sleep. Her thoughts were already with tomorrow. And she's nervous about making friends. So she decides that she is going to bring a box with her to school and try to come up with something to put in her box that will help her make friends. So she thinks about it, and the first thing she decides to put in her box that she thinks might work is her teddy bear. But it doesn't go quite as she planned. Some children laughed, some tried not to, others just walked away. And so she leaves that day of school feeling pretty down. Her teddy bear in the box didn't work to help her make friends. So then she thinks some more, and the next day she decides to try something else. She brings cupcakes in her box. And while the kids are really excited about them at first, it's short-lived. They eat their cupcake, they run off, and she says on this page, not even a thank you? So it doesn't work like she'd hoped in making a friendship. So she thinks some more, and then she decides to bring her dog. So, I paged a little too far. She brings her dog to school in the box, but that plan is shortly squashed when the groundskeeper tells her that dogs aren't allowed at school. So after this, she's really down, and she decides to have a talk with her dad. And I love this page. It says, it was Dad's turn to talk to Jessica that night. They didn't say very much, but isn't that a sweet picture of her with her dad outside? So the following day, Jessica didn't take anything in her box. She just wanted to disappear. So as you can see in the bottom picture there, she puts the box over her head. She goes to school like that, and this little boy says, "Found you!" And he thinks she's playing hide and seek with him. So on the next page it says, Jessica wondered for a moment, had she made a friend? There was only one thing to do. So then she proceeds to play hide and seek with him. And that leads to the end, which is, like I said before, the best part. At the very end, it says, at home, the family was delighted to hear about Jessica's new friend. Grandpa leaned in close and said, "You must have had something very special in your box today." Jessica smiled and said, "I did." So for really young readers, you would have to help them, I'm sure, figure out what the special thing she had in her box was and help them see that message. But what a great message for those kids that you're reading it to. And I was thinking as a teacher as well, especially since I'm about to hand this to a classroom, and what a perfect message for students, and not only a perfect message for them, but a great way for them to really think about central messages and themes that authors put into books on purpose to help kids learn from. So I hope you liked that one as much as I did, and I hope you are excited to add it to your wish list as well. Thanks so much for listening.